All right.
So
I don't mind the Void, I guess. It's not as strong with the AA in lane, which is, again, a problem I think we had in the last series. But it definitely...
He has a stun.
True, yeah. I guess you can time dilation. You know, if you do wait for one or two spells, you can set up the cold feet.
now, all time,
Just time walk, time lock.
all-time Angel has not played that much Faceless Void. However, he did play it 2 days ago. He does have a 61% win rate with it. It is in his recent repertoire. So this is very much in line with what Unknown have been practicing recently. I don't know if it's enough to call it a comfort pick, but it's not a panic pick. Maybe we put it that way.
It's a strong meta hero.
Yeah, I like
Yep.
We didn't see a lot of it in the SA quals, at least from the games I watched, but it's definitely good here.
Hard to
I
execute
like the
with
bans
though.
from Unknown.
You know, that's the key thing with Void, right? He's got a really high ceiling with perfect chronos, but pretty damn low floor as well with bad chronos. So
Hey, it's not even the chronos nowadays. I feel like after they nerf chrono that much, the way you have to play Void nowadays, with going in and out, using time dilation to your advantage, it's very hard to execute that part of it as well. Because I think, like, in the past, Void was a pretty dumb hero, in the sense they were just like, time wall chrono, get 2 kills, oh, hello, let's Roche. I think the hero is definitely a little bit higher ceiling now.
okay.
I mean, now people are going like 4-1, 4-1 and just leveling stats, right? They ignore more points in dilation. They go level 1 chrono because it doesn't scale particularly well. And you just become... you have the HP, you have the strength HP talent and the time walk talent, and you're just a tanky boy. You are just frontliner.
Well, I do love Kunkka with Void. This is more damage into the chrono, also damage mitigation to try to keep the Void safe. Really good catch. Now, all of a sudden, you look at this Unknown lineup, and that's a lot of initiation.
They need damage. They don't have Vessel heroes to deal with the Kunkka Dragonite. I think, you know, they have a lot of push. They might be able to get a lot of map control, but if the lanes are not really good for BINOMISTAS, they're gonna struggle taking fights.
But don't they need like a Tide hero? I don't know if you can put Lesh off lane when you've got this kind of draft facing off against Unknown. Yeah. Unknown overwhelms you in team fights. You need a reset button. Abaddon offers you like a half reset on one hero.
All right.
But if you're caught with Dragontail, Chrono, X Mark, you just die.
Underlord. You get the
is
pit.
Actually decent.
You got the global Uber to get him out. It's not the best reset button, but where we're at in this draft right now, there aren't many offlaners that offer that kind of reset. I mean, like, you could Tide. You did throw that out there.
Yeah. I mean, you need someone to play with your other heroes to guard Luna
Viper?
Farms, right?
There's a DK and a Void. You throw down the Nether Toxin into the Chrono.
I think Viper Pos 3 just gets X Mark killed.
Yeah, okay. You're right. This is tough. There does not feel like an ideal solution here. And wow, they grab Monkey King.
Oh, mid Monkey King and offlane Lash then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the mini Monkey King. That's a mouthful. That's exciting. That's a mini hero, all right. You know, a little different. Something that can be very active, very mobile. Is it good, though? I don't know how to read this mid Monkey King.
I think this hero is better. Like, this hero got buffed a lot, but people are yet to play to its full potential. I think I like what they did. They're going to have a good matchup versus Kunkka, which is good when you have last pick. And if they play the bottom lane focusing on the AA instead of the Void, I actually feel like they can get a lot of kills, because there's no stun, like reliable stun on the Void, so he cannot cancel the shackles. It's very easy to just shackle, split earth, AA is dead countless times. They don't have the same aggression in that lane from Unknown. So, yeah, I'm actually confident. I'm going to go BINOMISTAS here. I think they have the right idea. Tons of team fight, tons of push. All they need to do is not lose the lanes super hard, which I think they can do.
I feel...
Yeah, go
ahead, Gary.
I think that's right. I just worry about that period of the game when Unknown all hits like level 6, 7, 8. They get their ultis and they force fights. Because BINOMISTAS look good in lane, and they look good going into late game with the farm they're going to get from Luna and the ability for Monkey King to kind of track people while he's jumping over trees and split push. But if they get caught in an actual like long drawn-out team fight or picked off by Void AA, I feel like they could just fall behind and not get to the point where Luna's big enough.
Yes. I feel like a flip-flopper here, because when I saw the 4th pick Shadow Shaman, I loved BINOMISTAS draft, and I kind of thought to myself, I don't know how Unknown can salvage this. I think BINOMISTAS have the better draft. And then the Void Kunkka came out, and it's like Unknown just tied it all together. And now I look at this lineup and go, so much initiation, some great cover for Chrono. I know I'm probably overvaluing Chrono a little bit, but I really value easy initiation. I think I'm going to go unknown. I think these last two heroes are scary enough that these mid-game fights are going to be challenging for BINOMISTAS unless they get that perfect choreography. So I'm flip-flopping here, Bowie. Sorry. How you say goodbye in Brazilian? Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Yeah, I'm team unknown here. We got to pause so we can continue our drafting podcast. I think it'll be a close, really good game, but man, this Kunkka, this hero's grown on me a lot.
He's so good. He's so good at being able to just choose the fights that he wants to take. You know, X Mark can be used aggressively or defensively to kite people around. Super handy against the Monkey King, but the matchup Kunkka straight against Monkey not going to be too good for RoboZ. I am a little bit upset, and I know Theban would be as well. Abaddon didn't start Orb of Venom, and I'm worried he's going to go Aphotic Shield level 1-2. So I was thinking here, if he goes Curse plus Orb, the Hoodwink can't do anything. Just gets chased down consistently. Then you give Luna a better time in lane.
I sort of get it. Like, it feels weird. You're a support Abaddon, and you go for this passive Oob item that's really expensive. You grab your passive, and it feels risky. Like, is he really going to let me stand there and just keep hitting him to get value out of this? But if you try it in a game, you feel how good it is. Like, the other support just, like, they have to run away from you. They straight up just can never trade ever in that first level. And that's, I don't know, man, that's a powerful thing.
Yeah, Abba is a weird 5. Like, I definitely see the potential that Theban talks about, but when you look at the heroes on the side of Unknown, right, they have this DK that probably gonna start with Dragon Tail. Then you have 2.5 seconds stun combined with what's the stun duration on
Bushwhack?
1.5. So that's like 4 seconds stun, right? I think this is a lane he might learn Curse of Avernus depending on how Unknown skills, but I think you need to save the point for Aphotic Shield because just the right click damage that comes with a 4-second stun is crazy on that Luna. So it's weird. I think, like, sure, you might go on top of the Hoodwink, but what if they just turn on your Luna, right? I don't know. I still feel like he can learn the E, and even without the Orb of Venom, might be able to harass well, but I would like to see him save the skill point a little bit.
Well, we will see. No players disconnected, but still stuck in a pause here. A reminder that both teams have 10 minutes per game. Is it per series or per game? I think it's per game, but
per game, I heard. Yeah.
Okay. So maximum of 20-minute pause time. I imagine this won't come close to that limit, but just throwing it out there just in case. And perhaps worth mentioning that this Monkey King, Mini likes these kind of weird heroes mid. That's a level 26 Monkey King badge there. That is no easy feat. This man is a spammer, Bowie. And he's got the Immortals to match.
He definitely is.
Got that Arcana as well.
Do you guys actually play Monkey, a fair amount of Monkey King?
Not really, no.
Do I?
What's your question?
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of heroes I don't play, bud.
No. It's just that, when Monkey King got released, I love the concept of the hero, and I love playing him support, but he got nerfed so much that I kind of stopped playing him, and I just wish the hero was viable as a support again. It's just so fun. You just get out of the base as a courier, just hit support. It's so fun.
I'm a little hypersensitive
remember the
to that
days?
New hero, hey, he's new, and there's an Arcana, and he's really broken for a window. I hate that dynamic, and when that happens, I feel like I personally kind of just boycott the hero. All right, I'm not supporting that. I don't like this model. And then there's always the overcorrection. It's like now Monkey King's not that good. I find that frustrating. So I just disengaged. It's pretty rare that when a new hero comes out, I jump all over it and love it. Usually I'm kind of like, new hero. I'm just going to keep playing my Dazzle. I'll figure out what he does when he gets added to the captain's mode.
Let me tell you now, I haven't played Dawnbreaker, I haven't played Hoodwink or Snapfire in a normal AP game. I think I've played them in a turbo game or something. But I checked last night to have a look at who my least played heroes were. Dawnbreaker, Hoodwink, Snapfire, 0 games in a normal match.
Yeah, I actually played 0 games with Dawnbreaker, but I did play around Snappy and Hoodwink.
I did play Hoodwink. Hoodwink was one of the few ones that I did. She had some Wind Ranger vibes, and she's just so darn cute. I'm not going to lie. I got really taken by the cosmetics game of Hoodwink. One of the most adorable heroes we've got in the game. But alas, the game is resumed. Game number 1, BINOMISTAS Unknown. It's Gary and Bowie.
Here we go. I don't know about alas. It's huzzah. Away we go. Okay, well, it's best of 3 BINOMISTAS getting themselves ready to go. Already with, what, 4 heroes up towards the top bounties and Monkey King in chicken mode. Wandering around, scouting anyone out.
Starting with that Orb of Venom, so probably gonna get the Orb of Corrosion. Pretty good item on the hero. And he's scouting here. Maybe he can find, you know, this Void. I'm pretty sure they could kill him if he goes for a bad time walk.
Also making sure that, yeah, he gets that observer ward on the high ground as well. So he makes sure that no one's there to stop the camp sentry and the deep ward up top behind the tier 1. Jupiter and Sexy Fat get down. I'm just wondering here if Pakaz is wondering if he can sneak away that left-hand bounty rune in the triangle. Because he's walking around there.
Oh,
Getting closed in on, though, by Jupiter.
Here.
Aether Shock level 1. Not going to throw it just yet. And
Hey,
Prada, slowed down, tagged by the Split Earth. First Blood's coming here. It looks like Mini's going to be able to grab it for himself. A Fairy Fire even wasted there by the AA.
Ah, dude, I'm so sad. Every AA game that I watch, he just gets beaten down from minute 0. I'm kind of scared for his chances already. And this is another game where his laning stage is, you know, it's not going to be that good. It's a void.
He got a free TP though.
He did.
So he TP's back into lane.
I like your positivity,
We'll
Gareth.
see what happens. Yeah, you've got to be positive sometimes. But the feeling is they're going to hit level 2 faster here on the Radiant team. Then all of a sudden AA's in even more danger. And down bottom, how's it looking? Already have the Bushwhack, the Dragon Tail being pushed out. Luna plus the Abaddon against this Hoodwink Dragon Knight. Nobody really last hitting at all. Everyone's just fighting each other.
Yeah,
I guess one thing down here for BINOMISTAS, though, they've got both camps available to them. Sentry Ward was able to get rid of any blocks, so Nuages can actually come back and handle that quite nicely. Well, they do lose their courier, as Widge's Hoodwink snipes it.
Maj is actually doing a lot of damage. The Hoodwink, not very nicely positioned there, tanking 2 shields.
Yeah, the shield's working out wonderfully, right? And miscall to cancel the salve.
Wow.
So not going for the Curse of Avernus. I was a little bit worried about it, but it's working out wonders.
Yeah, I think that was honestly a misplay from Unknown. I don't feel like we should be tanking that damage when he is actually running at Sacred, but it happens with the best of us.
Sure does. Doing a great job just frontlining there. Running pretty low on mana on the Abaddon, though, but he'll bring out, what, Tango's Clarity. Plenty of sustain for himself. And Benny's items queued up. Some wonderful things there. What, 4 bands of Elven Skin. Good little bushwhack off the Dragon Tail. Like you said, tons of disable there from this offlane of the Dire team.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really stopping Benny from last hitting. Quick little cold feet top.
Yeah, that's really why I'm kind of underwhelmed by that
Luna?
top lane from Unknown.
Oh, the Acorn shot! It bounced back onto Benny.
Wow.
Nuage just tried as he might. Couldn't keep the heals going. Oh, well done by Sacred and Widge. Turning that lane around as it felt like it was slipping out of their hands. Jupiter, cold feet ends.
Pretty good.
Oh, the shackles. Split Earth. Lots of stuns onto Pakaz, and that's the Faceless Void destroyed. We were worried about the Ancient Apparition getting caught by that, but equally, the Faceless Void dying there.
Yeah. Wow. BINOMISTAS. I'm actually impressed with the mid lane. I expected the Kunkka to do a little bit worse against the Monkey King. He is taking a beating right now, but in terms of CS, they're fairly even, actually.
Is that just like early levels, Monkey King doesn't do as well as we'd expect? Or is it Robozy doing a good job?
I think so. Again, maybe the water runes. It's been a while since I've seen this matchup, so the water runes might be mitigating a little bit of that damage.
That's true. Monkey King likes to chip away at people. Look for that killing blow. Dodges the torrent. Gets the 4th stack of Jingu. Robozy just going to wait that 15 seconds for the next set of runes to come. I guess Robozy also has the added ability to clear waves a little more effectively and definitely consistently with Tidebringer, whereas Mini needs to spend a Boundless Strike to shove that lane out.
I'm very interested to see how Robos is going to play this game, you know. Will he aim for some ancient stacks and try to scale his game? Because, you know, Monkey King is one hero that is very good at scouting and actually stopping people from doing that sort of stuff.
Well, Mini goes under tower.
So much
Gets a
lifesteal.
massive bit of lifesteal off of that as Prada dies top lane. Ancient Apparition chased down by this Leshrac and Shadow Shaman. 2 points in the split earth now. Even more added damage coming through from Saxy Fat. And it looks like they've kind of weathered the storm bottom lane, right? Nuages is tanking up the spells. Benny's being guarded by this Abaddon. Another courier snipe for Widge, though. Racking up some serious numbers in terms of courier kills.
That said, though, looks like Mini starting to really dominate this matchup. This is almost 10 CS ahead of the Robo-Z Kunkka.
I guess that's where it becomes very apparent after the runes have been used up. And Mini with that third point in the Jingu really starting to stack it up onto Robo-Z's Kunkka, even diving at a tower here, thinking about the kill, attempting it under tier 1, but an X-Mark, Torrent drag back, and a TP rotation. Mini is getting turned on here as Widge comes in to save his Kunkka and get the kill.
Alright. That was a little
At
bit...
the same time, top lane, Jupiter. Yeah, they've got the catch onto Prada. Ancient Apparition slowed with the Lightning Storm, and Pakaz pops his wand. Fairy Fire up as well, Jupiter down, and it looks like Leshrac's run out of gas. Can't finish off the AA. Team Unknown, the last 30 seconds have been so important for them to steady the ship.
Yeah, as a Void gets more levels, time dilation, and obviously Radiant gets more levels, time dilation gets stronger. So, nicely done there by Unknown.
Was it Unknown that we said needed to have a good laning stage, or was that BINOMISTAS?
BINOMISTAS.
Come out laning stage strong to protect the Luna, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Unknown, you know,
I think they've done enough so far.
I think so, actually. The Monkey King did die, but he's owning a top lane, though. And Joe. Alright. We'll get the time.
Yeah, quick little time walk back.
I
I guess
yeah.
every move the Monkey King makes, he's like forcing reactions, right? So you remove pressure from Benny when this Hoodwink rotates.
Definitely. And they do have a catapult wave top as well as edicting 10 seconds. So I wonder how they're going to try and play here. Looks like they just get the AA.
Yeah, trying to go for Prada. Hoodwink misses out on the Bushwhack, though. Leshrac not wanting to commit, just letting Jupiter do his work.
He's right-clicking his AA. What's happening?
He's got 87 base damage, man. He's slaying it. Widge is actually in trouble now as well. We'll lose his courier. Medallion's up there for your Hoodwink. Jupiter still has level 2 Ether Shock. 1 charges and even a salve. Gonna go for the Hex and try and run it off. There's no real backup coming. Monkey King's making his way over, but Jupiter, he's about to die. Robo-Z even rotating in while Mini still looking for this. Aiming towards the Hoodwink, thinking about the Kunkka as well, but the X-Mark so good at kiting this Monkey King around.
Alright.
It's getting scrappy.
Definitely is. And Joe did get level 6, so even though Sexy Fat really wants to start forcing the tower, has to be careful about any rotations plus chrono.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And while that's all happening, Benny's Luna down bottom, 37-11. The amount of denies that BINOMISTAS are getting right now, 15, 11, 11 across all 3 of their cores, is pretty tremendous.
Oh, that's true. I didn't
gonna-
notice that.
It's going to slow down the item timings here of Team Unknown. So we do need them to pick up an early Blink Dagger on DK. We need some big items on this Kunkka as well, because Mini and Jupiter just running towards the mid lane. They missed the Boundless, though.
Okay.
Widge scurrying into the trees. Oh, that Tidebringer.
Mirage.
His Nuage is just dead. He shielded himself. Boat connects. Robo-Z grabs the kill while Mini still continuing this battle. Gets bushwhacked and torrented. He went in, might bound to strike himself up. They glyph the creep wave though. And Robo-Z is going to turn with the Tidebringer. Very well played by Unknown.
What a glyph. He actually only lifesteal from the Kunkka. Nicely done by Unknown. I'm very impressed with these moves. I think Mini might be overplaying his hand a little bit too much too, because he tried to save that Abaddon. I think he put himself in... Like, he didn't have to be that aggressive to try and fight alongside Yaba.
Could have just run away.
Or that, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely been a game of poke and prod. Widget's movements causing some reactions to come out from BINOMISTAS. Definitely been unsettling here, but they'll get the kill on the Hoodwink. Ooh, evading that hit from Mini, but they've got the finish.
All right.
And this Deep Observer Ward's going to stay here and keep that vision going, because I don't believe they realized she planted it.
Okay. So, I mean, Angel getting a lot of briefing room after that. This Luna also farming a lot, but I think the carry matchup is definitely on the side of Unknown if this game goes, you know, too long. As I said, though, just jinx the Void. Gets taken
Yeah,
out.
you did. Parker's down, his courier died as well, and Prada found by Mini. Ooh, he's being cold feet snapped, so it's Sexy Fat that comes out with a double kill. Edict ready in 4 seconds, so a push onto the tier 1 tower, while they're keeping steady in these other lanes. Smoking down to bottom, it looks like Unknown want to try and catch out Benny here. We'll see if he's able to slip away, because Nuages is holding that left-hand side, and he sees the smoke coming. It's a decent attempt at a torrent. Doesn't clip the Luna, but they'll find the Abaddon regardless, while Benny has no TP. Oh, can he juke through the trees? He's got Lucent Beam, no Eclipse though. Did he spend all his points? Yeah, Benny can't survive this. Sharpshooter in, Ice Blast is coming, and that'll take him down.
I gotta say, the Shadow Shaman actually ulted top when the tower was 25% HP. I think this is actually pretty big, because they might not get middle. They're gonna lose me here.
Yeah, I mean, Mini is being caught by the cold feet. Again, this X-Mark boat just undoing all of the work that Mini's attempting. Mini plays aggressively, he gets X-marked either defensively to kite him or aggressively to catch him.
Alright, they do force Glyph top at least. Sexy Fat having a really good game. Curious to see how he's gonna itemize. You know, the magic resistance is great versus AA. But, oh, as I say that, Benny again.
Can they kill Benny?
Oh, nice shot.
Can they finish him off? That's a good shield from Nuages and trying to body block out the Sharpshooter, but they've got the cold feet on him, and Benny, he's about to shatter. He dies to Sacred, the Breathe Fire's there, and now they can push the tier 1, but the TPs are coming. BINOMISTAS looking to mount their defense with a Boundless Strike, but the Chrono. Pakaz has 3 of them caught inside the bubble. Focusing Mini's Monkey King, the Torrent will connect. Shield not enough, and they've got the Dragon Tail stun to follow through on him. Nuages has hit 6, so the borrow time's there. Unknown, though, keep running forward. Sexy Fat's running very low on mana, tries to turn back onto Sacred, but they focus the objective. Tower's about to fall, and a good Dragon Tail Torrent combo. Just so much setup, follow through, and damage from Team Unknown. It's a good shield heal, and they get back onto Sacred, though. Sexy Fat dominating, while the tower eventually cleared up by the Kunkka.
Wow, what a crazy fight. Felt like 2 minutes of constant fighting here. I mean, I think this is really good for Unknown. They kill Benny twice. All of the, you know, CS that he has, I think if we take a look on the net worth, Void's actually ahead of him, and that is a Void favorite matchup. This is not good. I think BINOMISTAS using the ward top when it was needed, and Mini also playing a little bit too aggressive 3 times in a row, kinda made their slide laning stage advantage pointless, I think. Oh,
yeah, because now we get to the point of the game where I was really BINOMISTAS, right? Because Unknown has all of this team fight, all of this ability to just blow people up. They're 2 supports with Ice Blast, Sharpshooter. All they need is a stun. And Kunkka gives you that. He gives you the X-Mark Torrent boat. So you see a hero, you kill them. There's no BKBs. You can't save someone from X-Mark. You've got, the reach to catch people.
Oof. Yeah, this is rough, because look at the space that Luna has to farm. It's very little. The triangle is warded. The big jungle is actually, like, they don't control all of it just because the tier 1 tower bottom already fell down. And this Void with Maelstrom, he will farm faster than the Luna for sure, given the circumstances. Looks like they're gonna try and get a mid tower.
Yeah, it just feels like they're a step behind, like that natural flow of the game. Team Unknown, they're able to play forward, bait out this DK. I don't think they mind if Sacred dies here, as long as they can get some return kills. It's a good Ice Blast, but it will just disengage them from the fight, with the Sharpshooter landing. Jupiter close to death, but he'll survive.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Sexy Fat was a little bit greedy with the splitter. He actually canceled the animation, and it gave time for the DK to just stun him. So they used the Serpent Wards again pretty suboptimally. This is not ideal with the way I think
And
they
they're
want to play
still-
this draft.
They're still here. They're in the vicinity. Wukong's with a Boundless Strike. It's onto two of them. Primal springing towards Prada. They blow up the AA. It's one kill and nothing really off the back of it. Well, we do have the reappearance of Pakaz. Faceless Void is coming up. He's TP to Outpost. The boat from RoboZ onto Sexy Fat's going to dispatch with the Leshrac with Sacred's final hit. And the Chrono's there.
Oh.
Pakaz finds Mini's Monkey King, but they still need to kill off the Lesh. They've not done it until that Hoodwink Sharpshooter lands. Nuage is gone with the Eclipse from Benny, though. Luna comes in. The glaives are bouncing. Witch dies. The double kill comes through, and Benny is coming to claim victory in this fight. Decent Torrent will find the Monkey King, but the Luna, the real victor in that battle. Do they
Great
still
turnaround
want
from-
Pakaz?
Oh,
Can they find him? They've given up on the chase.
okay. That was so close. I think BINOMISTAS could have won that fight even harder. Leshrac got his mech during the fight. Unfortunately, went to his backpack instead of the actual inventory. So it was like 3 seconds on cooldown, and he died. I think if he actually pops that mech, they get a 5-man wipe on 2 unknown. Still, really good. Benny back at farming and slightly ahead in the void now. Actually, you know, almost 1,000.
Yeah, such a good fight for the Luna. Come in there, get a couple of kills, win the team fight, defend your tower. I think more importantly, though, the ability to push out that top lane, get a couple of waves, then you fall back into the safe area of farm, which could be stacked up for you by Nuages in a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. All right, so DK though getting pretty close to that Blink Dagger, so I think that's the next power spike that Unknown has to work with. They do have this catapult bottom. I'm actually I felt kind of weird with Unknown going top, trying to get a tier 1. You don't usually see teams committing that hard for it. But he does have Dragon Form with the catapult wave bottom. Curious to see if Unknown's gonna try and collapse here, at least force BINOMISTAS back, because they don't have Chrono, but he can still like skirmish around bottom.
I think the Void was the one pushing bot, and then they want to play top to try and get into the triangle. And it's Hoodwink in the mid lane. Slain by Sexy Fat.
Pretty fat
That's it,
Hoodwink
one
though.
push.
Solar Crest already done. Really good for the Void.
True. Yeah, super nice to have. And speaking of item builds, Monkey King with the Diffusal Blade. Pretty good against all these melee heroes, right? The Kunkka, DK,
Yeah.
Faceless Void. They can all struggle if they have their mana burnt.
Especially the build the Void's going for. Apparently he's going for Sanj here, so with no BKB, if he gets stunned into a Wukong's, he's gonna lose a lot of mana. Might not have enough to time walk.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with that mana pool. But you're right, DK has the blink. This is his prime time now. So another hero they can start to play around with. It's not just the Kunkka with the X mark, but it's also that Blink Dragon Tail that both Prada and Widge can pair up with to find some kills. Currently chasing Nuages away from their jungle. Sharpshooter lands nicely. Ice Vortex and the Cold Feet slows him down. And they've got the X mark to drag him back in again. The Ice Blast onto Mini. Beautifully placed. Monkey King is going to fall even inside his Wukong's command. Team Unknown strike back in their jungle, and they want to go for that tier 1 top. It must be that they want this top triangle. They want this jungle area to belong to them, so Luna can't farm here.
Yeah, and you know...
Look at Pakaz.
Angel?
Pakaz, he wants the Chrono. Oh, he's thinking about it. Fake pump.
All right. I think, you know, we talked about this, you know, Abaddon being a great support because he can actually... Well, I'm going to stop talking because Leshrac will be
It never
initiated.
ends, Bowie. It just
Oh,
keeps
God.
on going. Nuage has a bit of a save there onto Sexy Fat. Popping out the shield, and Unknown kind of wisely retreating, knowing that Monkey King is about to respawn. But they can just hold back here and look for a Chrono opportunity. They've got Ice Blast, they've got Sharpshooter. Anyone in that bubble gets annihilated.
Yeah, Mini TP is bottom though, so I feel like BINOMISTAS should chill. Unknown, they see that TP. Oh, they really want to fight now. There's no Monkey King, but they don't find the opening. Like, what I was gonna say is that, you know, Abaddon's a great support because he can be initiated and still, like, not die instantly, right? You buy enough time. But BINOMISTAS, it feels like they always want to try and save Nuages. and they get debated because the Abaddon use off their spells in himself to try and get more time, then he cannot save anyone else. So if you want to have the Abaddon scouting and doing stuff like that, I think they either have to be better positioned to aid him as soon as the fight starts, or they shouldn't get debated like that, because I think that's the reason the fight ended up being so bad for the BINOMISTAS.
I guess the issue is there's no one else to play frontline, right? Abaddon is
Yeah.
both your play from behind fog hero with save and your frontline.
Lash
And
will be that
compounding that-
hero, but he
That's
does need
true.
a little bit more items, I think.
There's also the fact, right, he can't shield off X Mark. Dragon Tail is what? 10-second cooldown?
Yeah.
Cold Feet, Ice Vortex, all there to slow you down as well. There's no big spell that he's dispelling off that's a long cooldown. It's just continual chain disables from Unknown. He's still just like a mild net worth lead, but I don't know, do you feel like map control Unknown is starting to take the edge?
I think so. I feel like as long as the Void is relatively close to Luna, he's always going to have the advantage. I like that the Luna didn't actually rush BKB, because it's not necessarily that good this game. You have the instant initiation of the DK, you have the Chronosphere. Oh, hello.
Unknown sees
nice
this all
cancel.
coming. Unknown sees this all coming. The Dire Wards spot the BINOMISTAS arriving, and this Wukong's command is just being danced around. Parkhouse and Sacred walk straight around it. Nuage is going to get caught up in the cold feet. He's got borrowed time, but look at who they're running towards. Benny under that Observer Ward, which just expired. Blink stun from the DK. Ice Blast coming with a Bushwhack to controller, and Luna about to fall under the torrent of Kunkka.
They don't even use Chrono for that, Gareth. They're gonna join the Roshan Pit right now, and yeah, this is really scary. I think BINOMISTAS, the way they're trying to force these fights, it's not really working out for them. I think the fact that they didn't really get control of the tier 1 towers as early as they wanted, it really made the game slower, and that's playing into Unknown's advantage for sure. You can see how everyone in Unknown has the items they need, and it's gonna be a free Roche, unless, I mean, they're here, but I don't think they can stop this.
They really can't. And again, it comes back to one of the problems in the draft, right? You look at the lanes and you think, okay, BINOMISTAS have a lot of the elements here to do well in lanes, guard the Luna as she farms up to that raid boss status, like Zyro was saying. But once you get to 15, 20, 25 minutes in, you need to be taking team fights. And if you don't have the item advantage, if you don't have that, let's say 5k net worth lead is what I kind of feel BINOMISTAS needed to be in a good spot this game. You are contending with Void just running at your heroes. He could Chrono here, and he will indeed. Nuage is stopped from shielding. Ice Blast Sharpshooter onto Sexy Fat all the way through that Eternal Shroud. Didn't even get a chance to mech or wand. And now the Abaddon found out with the DK coming through. Not even going to wait. Oh, it's just holding Dragon Tail. There it is. Finally stun up the Abaddon. And I can convert this into a tier 1 tower. Oh, the TP's bottom. They want Mini as well. Wukong's comes out. The boat going to crash onto the Monkey King, though, and with Widge and Sacred both arriving, not only will they find the Lash Abaddon top, the tier 1 tower, but Mini dies bottom. Jupiter trying to battle up top again with the Shackles and Serpent Wards. He'll find Angel, and he kills off the Aegis. But he's going to die for this, surely. Prada and Pakas, they can jump the Shadow Shaman. Ice Blast down, but the Eclipse from Benny. Arriving towards the Ancient Apparition, but the Glimmer Cape. Prada goes invis. Angel has Time Walk to run off to the right, and he's going to keep battering into Benny's Luna.
Okay, some TPs,
Pakas
but I
is
don't think they
fine.
actually get Andro. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is fine. They, they do use the Serpent Wards, but with Aegis down, it's gonna be harder for Unknown to get the tier 2s. Unknown, they definitely have some push with the DK, but much harder to do that without the Aegis. You're gonna buy some time for BINOMISTAS, but I'm not sure how much this actually entails to, because the Luna versus Void matchup is so bad, Gareth. Like, you just get chronoed, and the AoE is so big, most of the Abaddon spells are not going to reach. You don't really have any other saves or any other forms to stop the Void.
And now you have Halberd on Kunkka. Halberd BKB.
Yeah.
So Luna's life even more difficult.
You
At
just
this
gotta be
point,
careful. The shard is selected there on Kunkka. I'm kind of afraid that he might push people away from Chronospheres. I hope we don't see that.
Okay.
'Cause that's not going to be fun. It's the same
We'll push
thing
them
with
into
Sonic
it.
Wave.
Let's just push them inside.
Oh,
Honestly,
true.
at this point, it feels like BINOMISTAS have to go and just split push. Cut waves, have Monkey King planted on the top of treetops, try and figure out where the safe part of the map is. A dire scan connecting triangle onto Jupiter. Mini and Benny sitting mid lane. Unknown smoked up here, and they know Shadow Shaman's around. They should be able to find Jupiter here. Yeah, X mark up on the high ground. Vision given by Prada's AA. And an easy pick.
We're so close to his Blink Dagger. Unfortunately, gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Maybe they can find Pakar's bottom. Hey, it's a good smoke from BINOMISTAS. They're wandering over here. Oh, is he going to clear the wave and Time Walk right? He's going to clear the wave to Time Walk right. Into the trees.
Oh,
no
boundless.
Angel. Oh, Pakar's. Time Walk. Jumps away. Chronos 3. In we come. Time dilation and the cavalry's arriving. Kunka's here with X mark. He'll catch out the Luna. The boat comes in. Mini with the Wukongs trying to zone them out. But look at that damage onto the Leshrac. Sexy Fat blown up yet again. Didn't get a chance to one. And RoboZ with a BKB chasing in towards Benny. The Luna saved up by the Abaddon, but not for long enough. Down goes your primary carry. Mini's BKB is meaningless. RoboZ and Widge have got him locked in place. And Prada sees the Abaddon escaping. Pakar's Faceless Void baits them in that tier 1 tower, the platform they use to TP2, and really reacting beautifully.
I gotta say, I had my reservations about Pakar's performance yesterday, but that Time Walk dodge into the Boundless Strike, I mean, not only that, Angel played really well the whole game, but he's definitely on point here. I think he's feeling himself, the Void pick, having the carry matchup. I think it was Avo that said, you know, just give this guy the carry matchup, he's gonna deliver, and he's definitely doing this game.
It sure is. And the fact they've got three cores, right? The DK, the Kunkka, and the Faceless Void have all come out of the laning stage with, you know, a good amount of net worth, and they're hitting their items. Double BKB, Kunkka DK. Void with that Echo Saber build and nearly has a BKB of his own. Once you've got the triple magic immunity here, I again struggle to see how BINOMISTAS find the kills they need, because it is majority magic damage and majority of it coming from Sexy Fat. Split Earth not landing. Lucent Beams being spammed down. Widge looking to escape and scurry through the trees with that sharpshooter, but not enough. Mini has his number this time.
Alright, very good. Still though, this 10k goal lead is not looking good for BINOMISTAS. It's all going to be about the next Roshan. They have to somehow keep control of their triangle, maybe outplay Unknown around the map, use this little Shrek to push a wave, just drag everyone to one side and sneak Roche. I feel like if they try and fight Unknown 5 vs 5, it's not going to go well. They have to outwit them a little bit.
Just keep buying time. Don't let them push high ground, guys.
Oh.
Trouble is, DK with a catapult wave bottom destroys your Shadow Shaman. They don't break up the ramp, though. I'm not quite sure where the BINOMISTAS are right now. Monkey's not showing top. Abaddon, Leshrac hiding in the triangle. Sacred's just going to come in towards mid instead.
Alright, Sexy Fat, maybe considering. Nah, he's gonna give up.
Bowie. Kunkka has 3,000 HP. Faceless Void has 3,000 with Strength Treads. DK has, yeah, about 3,000 with Strength. I just don't see how you kill one, never mind 3 of these bloody tanky core heroes. That's a nice attempt on the tidal wave.
Wow, so much damage. Look at the tower. They were there for 10 seconds, and this tower is 30% HP. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. When we were in the draft, I look at the Heroes Unknown, and I said they like damage in BINOMISTAS. They try to go this Monkey King route so that the Kunkka lost the lane, and he was not going to be that strong. But I think Mini had a couple of, I want to say, skeptical
over-eager moves.
Over-eager moves, and it ended up not working. So they do need good smokes. They need to somehow pick up Unknown apart, because they are way too tanky for them to actually team fight. What's going on here? Mini has that BKB. That's why they want to fight.
Yeah, he had it in the last fight, and it didn't seem to do too much.
Oh.
I guess Benny has one as well. That smoke not accomplishing anything. They do break out of their base. And what is it? 40 seconds until fast spawn on Roshan. So it's nice to see the BINOMISTAS.
Yeah, sorry.
Was no one holding any vision?
Yeah, no, I thought like at least they could maybe ward around Roche so that they know if anyone is there, but they didn't bring any wards. I guess the only one that they placed is the No, not even this
Damn.
one. This is actually old. So maybe they're out of
That-
wards.
That's exactly what I was going to say as well. Like, at least they're moving out of their base towards Roshan, right? Is the next objective. Get some vision down. Control the top portion of the map. But there's no Roshan. There's no vision. And your high ground is being approached by a level 3 Elder Dragon form DK.
I
Are
don't
they
know
just
how
going to
it
ignore
fight.
this?
Oh, 20-second respawn timer Roche, but even still, I don't think this is gonna matter.
This is pretty cool from RoboZ, by the way. He's tidal waving like through the trees to try and grab the Monkey King. He's pushing Nuages in towards them. Backstab from BINOMISTAS. The BKB comes out from Pakaz into Jupiter. Ice Blast whiffs as Mini gets a Wukongs in towards RoboZ's Kunkka, but they've already lost their Shadow Shaman. Doesn't get any spells off, and now that's BKB's wasted by the BINOMISTAS. They've still got Luna's one, as the dive is pretty deep from Prada there, in behind the barracks. But a 1-for-1 trade still feels incredibly good, as you've got Chrono ready. Pakaz will come in. Chrono's onto the one of them. Nearly found the Abaddon, but they'll take out Benny, and that's the big target they needed. Tidal Wave back in as well, as Sexy Fan focused down. Pakaz just blowing up this Lash Rack. Pure right-click damage will remove the Lash, and Nuage is going to follow him. Mini can't stand and fight. GG's called. It's over. Team Unknown with a real solid victory against the BINOMISTAS.
Wow. I mean, Unknown played really well. I think BINOMISTAS, they had the tools to make this game a little bit harder, but the laning stage did not help them. Their moves, overeager, as you said. Just, I mean, I'm confident BINOMISTAS can make this, can take this to game 3, but so far Unknown seems really sharp with their drafting and with their moves. Like, they didn't, yes, BINOMISTAS made mistakes, but Unknown also did not make any, right? So they made this game very swift and easy for them.
I think that even extends into the draft, right? You think about that draft process, get to the last pick. Monkey King is the grab for BINOMISTAS, and it felt like that moment. You said there's no damage. I wanted like a Tidehunter hero. There's so many overlapping things they needed. Team fight, damage, the ability to shove waves. Monkey King looked towards the laning stage victory, but wasn't too successful in it. So game 1 goes to Unknown. We'll have a quick break and bring back Zayori right after this.